Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest today. We have our resident whodunit. You've seen him numerous times through our years with the show. Welcome back, Glenn Ickler.
Well, thank you. It's always fun to be here.
Glenn has been on so many cruises. Ugh, you couldn't get me on one of those, and you wouldn't get me on a plane. Would you get on a plane?
Right now, I'm kind of leery of it.
No.
The last few days haven't been very good.
Oh my God! I remember my father and I used to have an argument. He was world traveled. Oh, he loved it.
Yeah.
And I said, no, Dad, I'm not going to get on it. And he said, well, you're safe. You know the argument. You're safer on a plane. I'm like, no, because if you go down, your odds of being found quick enough, even if you go to the ocean or the ambulance getting there, be on Earth. I don't know if he got me or not. All right. So Glenn has a brand new book. He has one every year. And this one is called The Turtlejack Killings. Now, explain that cover.
It all started with a mining company, a nickel mining company, wanting to drain wetlands and in northern Minnesota, right next to the Indian reservation, to mine for nickel.
What was the name again of the Indian tribe? I forgot.
The Ojibwe.
Ojibwe, okay.
Yes. And the wetlands that they were going to drain and dig up is the home for turtles that are sacred to the Ojibwe. So the Ojibwe came to the paper where my main characters, reporter Mitch and photographer Al, worked and asked for some help. Editorial, write stories, editorials to help stop this mine, to make up so that the state agency that has to approve it will turn it down.
Sure.
And so they had a campaign of news and editorials, and 4 people, Mitch and Al, and the business editor and an editorial writer, were all rewarded by the Indian tribe with wooden turtles, about this long, with a removable back or top. And at the award ceremony, the business reporter held up a little thumb drive and said, what I've got in this drive is going to blow this mining thing right out of the water. And she put it into her turtle. So this was on the weekend, and on the Monday morning, the 4 of them lined up with their turtles in the office and had their picture taken for the newspaper.
Don't tell us the end.
No, don't tell you the end.
But keep going.
What happened next was that the business writer was found dead in her apartment, and the place had been ransacked, and her turtle was missing.
The turtle with the gizmo in it.
With the thumb drive.
Yeah.
And then shortly thereafter, the editorial writer was found dead, and his turtle was missing. So now they're wondering, that obviously the thumb drive was in the other first turtle. Why are they wrecking other turtles? Well, pretty soon they ransack Al's house when no one's home and smash his turtle. And then they kidnapped Mitch's wife.
Yes.
And demand that he bring his turtle to the parking place, and he discovers that his turtle is missing. So how's he going to ransom his wife? Well, luckily the people who are holding his wife makes the mistake of letting her untie her hands, and she's a Taekwondo expert.
And she didn't have they didn't have cell phones. How come?
Huh?
Why not? Why no cell phones to talk to each other? You could find her.
They had strapped her hands behind her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had the cops track her.
Yeah, so she couldn't get at the phone. But she broke out in the middle of the night and got home okay.
Where he gets these ideas, I don't. Now you belong. Is that as far as
I'll tell you where I got this one. It's from my square dance partner.
your partner, your square dance partner?
She has a wonderful, evil, criminal mind. She's a...
But you have a huge collection. Your former wife
What's
passed away.
Yeah.
Had a huge collection. I mean, everything is turtle where you live.
Oh, yes,
And
I do.
what's the name of the Turtle Club?
That's
The club you belong to.
The International
Turtle Club.
Turtle Club, yeah.
I'm talking with Glenn Ickler. A lot of you remember Glenn. Glenn's local.
Yeah.
And Glenn, you said you left a copy of the book at the Upton Town Library already?
Yes. I'll drop it off on my
You'll
way
drop
home
it off
today.
at the local dedicated authors section. Don't miss his books. I mean, really, don't listen to me. Just because I didn't finish it doesn't mean you can't. I get so many sent to me. It's like, oh my God. You know, you get a pile by the bed. You think, I got to be fair to this one. Now, I'm going to, the back of this, Terror and Turtles. I want to do this justice. 2 journalists are dead, and 2 turtles are missing. 4 members of the St. Paul Daily Dispatch, the newspaper out there, Minnesota, the staff have received symbolic carved wooden turtles from the Minnesota Ojibwe tribe as rewards for their efforts to defeat a mining company's request for a permit to dig for nickel near the Ojibwe Reservation, and the Ojibwe's love turtles in northern Minnesota. Now, 2 of the recipients have been murdered and the turtles stolen. Our reporter Warren Mitch Mitchell and photographer Al Jeffrey next on the Turtle Jack killer list. Mitch and Al are searching for the identity of the killer while living in fear for their lives, their own lives. How can the famous Hungarian TV personality help keep them safe from turtle jackers? You did this yourself, because I know you no, you don't self-publish anymore. No.
The cover is not mine, no.
No, they did it. They did your publisher
Yeah,
do
the
that?
publisher did the cover.
They did a darn good job.
Yeah, they did. Well, they asked me what I wanted, and I told them.
How long did it take you? A whole year to write it?
Yeah, you know, real life gets in the way sometimes.
You're pretty good at this. Just about every year
Yeah.
we see you. We've seen you since we started in 2012. I think when we were temporarily over in the other little place.
Yes, that's
We
right.
saw him back then.
Yeah.
And but you know what? More and more the covers and the sizes got a little different and bigger
Yeah.
and a little glamorous. Where have you been speaking?
Where have I been speaking?
Presenting, yeah.
I had a signing last June in Natick in the park in Natick. There was a day they had several mystery writers. The New England Mystery Writers of America set it up, and there were about a dozen of us there.
Yeah.
And I was there. And
How'd you do? How'd you do? Did you sell some?
Oh yeah.
All right. Did you go this year to the Hopedale one, or was it bad weather?
They had a year ago. It was rained out.
It was yeah.
This past year they had it, and I did.
You didn't do
terrible.
well. I've heard that people. Well, yeah. I don't want to talk against it, but people have had some problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also I own a cottage, or my son owns it now, a cottage on Martha's Vineyard, and there's a festival called Illumination Night every year, where thousands of people walk by my porch.
Lanterns.
So I sit there and sell
I
them.
am reading a series. It's by Guideposts. the Martha's Vineyard Mystery Series. She must have 20-something of them. I get one like every month. They've quit it, but they'll do another. But It's excellent, and I'm learning more about Martha's Vineyard. I know the Cape, but I'm learning more and more about your different. They're real places. There's a museum there.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
You have the Coast Guard there.
you're going to learn more in the book that I'm writing now.
The one you're doing right now.
Yeah, they're back on the vineyard.
You're doing another one.
Yeah.
Can you give us a hint?
What's that?
Give us a hint about this new one. It's about the vineyard?
It's about the vineyard, yes.
Okay.
Mitch's grandmother buys, at her church auction, she buys a week at a cottage on Martha's Vineyard. And
A what?
And they all go.
What does she buy?
She buys a week.
A week?
A week's rental.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're one of
Yeah.
the people who puts things on the church auction.
Sure.
Has this cottage, and
Yeah.
he rents it, gives it for a week.
And she
So she
gets
buys it, and they all go. Mitch and Al and their wives and Grandma and
Yeah,
Mitch's
sure.
mother. So they're all there. Plus the cat, Sherlock Holmes.
Of course. What's the cat's name again?
goes. Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, of course.
Yeah.
And so she must, don't tell me the rest of it, she must find something at that antique show.
She finds, yes.
Well, I can't wait for that one because I
Yes.
love anything to do with Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard. When's the last time you were out in your home of Minnesota?
Me physically?
Yeah.
Yeah, last
Last fall?
About a year ago.
Fall. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because usually you're out there quite a bit.
Yeah, I usually go once a year.
Yeah.
I did during COVID. I didn't
Well,
for
during
a couple
planes.
of years, but
You do have to fly. Right? Well, no, you could take Amtrak.
I'm going again in April. I'm going back to Minnesota and I've got a friend in Indianapolis. My best friend from college is in Indianapolis, so I stop in there on
Are
the
you
way.
you're not gonna drive out there? Or you're gonna take the
I drive because I want to.
You're
Well,
not
I've
gonna
got
take a train?
got this friend in Indianapolis and another one in Madison, Wisconsin. So
So you'll drive to Indianapolis.
I go to Indianapolis,
And then
stay
go-
there a couple nights, then I go to Madison, see this friend, and then down to.
But then you'll have no car of your own to get around in.
I do what?
You won't have, if you go to her or his place, and
Yeah.
then he takes it from there, you won't have a car of your own to get around in. will
No,
you?
I take my car all the way.
You'll go, okay, will they
Yeah.
come with you? Or no?
No,
No, you'll just visit.
I just visit. Yeah,
What a guy.
yeah.
I don't know. You know, a lot of you who have, I can't imagine you haven't seen Mitch on my show. But I'm going to read you quickly the back. Beautiful picture of him, handsome dude. Glenn Ickler has had a long career, and I mean long, in newspapers as a reporter, a feature writer, a theater critic, columnist, and editor in Minnesota and Massachusetts. He was the leader of an editorial page staff that was nominated for a Pulitzer Prize and has won numerous awards for writing. A native of Minnesota, he now resides in a tiny town west of Boston, and I won't say it, but I know where it is, and I know what it looks like. It's so cute. It has its own post office. I've never seen anything like that. That's really cute. That's really cute. So now, the last cruise you took was to Norway? No.
No.
No, Amsterdam.
Huh?
Amsterdam?
No, that was a long time ago. No, that's what I'm taking, is going to Amsterdam.
You're going there. Where was the last one you
The last one was in... which one was the last one?
That's okay. I do it all the time.
It was on the Danube.
It's on the
It was on the
Danube.
Danube from, yeah.
My God, this again, here's it. How can they get a hold of your book? How can they get a hold of your book?
Did I what?
How can they get a hold of your book? Amazon?
How can they get a hold of my... Well,
Yeah.
they can find it on Amazon, or they can find it on my website, which is glenickler.net.
Where is the next place you're appearing?
The next place I'm appearing would be in Hopedale Park in June.
Oh, June? I thought they were in September.
Or, I'm sorry, it is September.
Okay.
June is in Natick. I'll be in Natick,
Where in Natick?
in the town square in the middle of Natick.
Like a farm thing, one of those with the vegetable things where they in the town common where they sell.
Yeah, the
Oh,
town
yes, that's
common.
good. I tell authors that's good because you stand out.
Yeah, yeah.
You've done that, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there in June.
Yeah.
And in September I'll be in Hopedale.
You get around. Now you have two
It's
sons.
fun.
You have two sons.
Did I what?
You have two sons, right?
I have 4 sons.
I thought he had two. Now the names Mitch and Al, those are two of them.
Yeah, and Warren and Jeffrey are the other 2.
How old are they now?
See, Warren is 57.
Just a kid.
67, I'm sorry, 67.
Mm-hmm.
Al is 65. Jeff is 63, and Mitch is 61, I guess.
You have, I think, either all 4 or 3 baby boomers. Oh, yes, you do. Because it goes from 1946 to 1964. You're the daddy, you know their birth years, right? The years that they were born. Remember the year that they were born?
Yeah.
Okay. So, from what you've told me, 61, I'm not sure, but baby boomers, that generation, 1946 to 1964.
Okay.
So I think you got a slew of them.
Got a couple of them, yeah.
And you didn't get a girl.
No,
Well, it's time.
I've got a couple of granddaughters and 2 great-granddaughters.
You have great-granddaughters now.
Oh, they're in the 6th and 5th grades.
Do they see you very often?
My oldest grandson is 42.
Say what? Your oldest grandson is 42?
42, yes.
I think you must have started at 10 years old, huh?
Well, I was married at 23, and
The first
my
baby.
first son, who's the father of my oldest grandson, was also had his first child at 43.
I can't believe it. Now,
23.
you
I
are
say 43,
amazing. Now,
23.
you're working on the next book.
23.
When will that be done? After the summer? Your Martha's Vineyard book. Will that be done this summer? The Martha's Vineyard
It'll
one?
be done probably in about September or
Good.
October. Yeah,
Remember that,
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
What, can you tell us the title?
I'm not sure what the title's going to be yet.
You just go as you go. And now you have a lady friend, and what's her first name?
Gigi.
Gigi. Hi, Gigi. Now, I hear you have a good imagination, and you help our buddy Glenn with some real good mystery.
You're going to be interviewing her some year.
I want to. And you know, she's welcome to come in the audience, sit here and watch.
She's going to be she's getting ready to retire in a couple of years, and then she's going to write her own books.
All right, but could she ever make it to come and watch you, right, live?
Well, she's working.
Tell her, I got a sick day.
She's going to take a vacation day to sit here.
What does she do?
Yeah.
What does she do for work?
She works with a pharmaceutical firm. She monitors patients that they're getting their meds, that they're taking their meds, and they're not getting too many meds. And she works from home actually.
Does she live locally?
Marlboro.
Oh yeah, that's really very close.
Yeah.
That's really, really good. So she
Yeah.
knows a lot about. Is this the first book she really knows a lot about?
Oh no, she contributed to the last one too.
Is she
Quite
your dance
heavily
partner?
credited.
Is she your dance partner
Yeah,
at Square
she's my
Dance?
Square Dance partner, my travel partner.
Where do you guys go to where town again do you go to?
We dance in Framingham.
In Framingham.
And in the summer we moved to Westboro Senior Center because they've got better air conditioning.
I know where it is. It's right. It's not far from Tatnuck.
Yeah.
Are you going to be at Tatnuck again?
Going to be what?
Are you going to go to Tatnuck again?
Oh yeah, I'm going to apply to them. Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been to the Book Lovers Gourmet in Webster?
No, I have
Boy,
not.
all right, I'm sending you information. I know the owner. I've been in there.
I never could find them.
You will. You will. Because if I can find it, it's on the main road.
I'm going to look again.
Oh, yeah, it's right. Papagino's. thrift shop, down a couple lights, bingo, right next to a florist. I'll get you there because people love it that you can go. People sit and have coffee, and you would fit. Oh, right, Paul. He would fit right in.
Yeah.
She sells brand new books and and art at work, as well as she has a whole used book section.
Oh, yeah?
Her name is Deb Hoare. Hello, Deb. Deb and I have known each other for years. I've sent many authors there, and I really, really would love to see you go there.
Yeah.
I think you would be most welcome. most welcome.
Yeah.
Now, you're working on the new book now. It might be due in September. Well, wait a minute. When's the Lantern Show?
That's in August.
Oh, so you'll be selling the
this
turtles.
is what
He's going to be selling the...
Yeah, I'll be working.
He'll sell the Turtle Jack
Plus,
Killer.
I have a couple books that are set.
You have a lot of books.
Set in the vineyard, and they sell really well.
I know. When I first met this gentleman, I'll never forget it. It's over at the library in Hopedale, Bancroft. He was downstairs in the little event room. And I thought, well, this is pretty cool. So I went over and he sat at a table. You know, that was in the earlier days too. He had a whole bunch of books. I think I bought one or two, and I'll never forget it. And that's how I met him.
Yeah.
Now, have you been back there? What is wrong with them?
They haven't done a local authors night since then, but
Why?
I'm going to suggest it.
Have them call me, because for God's sake, they did have one.
Yeah.
You were at that end, a young man here and a woman.
Yeah.
You were the first to get up, and you said, "My name is Glenn Ickler, and I kill people." Do you remember that?
I do.
Nobody could top it.
That does get the audience's attention.
Oh, you had us. And you know what? I hate to say it, but you had the whole thing right from the beginning. The other two were good. You were the star of the show. You really were. We're talking with Glenn Ickler, our resident whodunit.
They had an author's night in the campground on the vineyard. There were several local authors there, of course, and I was on the program. I was somewhere in the middle of the lineup, and I used that same opening line.
I kill people.
And the person who got up behind me said, "I have to follow and act like that?"
So they had authors all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to the one in December in Rhode Island, the Rhode Island Authors Expo, every December?
Yeah, I've been to one of those, and
Too big?
It was not a good experience.
I loved it, but I was also, what's the word when you're overcome? I was like, whoa!
Yeah, it was...
It was huge, and I love it, but, I don't have a tolerance for crowds. Never did.
Yeah.
No. My father took us to am I dating myself? The expo in Montreal, Canada.
Oh, wow, that would
When
be
I was
fun.
a little girl. And my mother and I were the same, thank God. He wanted to wait out in the heat of the summer, in line at all the expos. Finally, Mom and I said, "Dad, please just take us back to the motel. We want to stay by the pool." And we did. But he could live on a candy bar all day long. In Europe, he took the something railroad that, you're a lot alike. I mean, he had a stamina that you
I
could
love
not.
the river cruises.
You two of you would have gotten along marvelously.
Yeah.
Marvelously. Again, how can they get a hold of your book? Tell them.
Get a hold of my book.
How can they buy your book?
You can buy my book online at Amazon. You can buy it through my website at glenickler.net. You can come to one of my signings, which you'll see on my website.
What's your website?
glenickler.net. It's GLENNICKLER.net.
glenickler.net.
Yes.
And you'll see all of his books.
See all.
No, you just did the late one.
Yeah, they're all.
They're all on there.
You can read the first chapter of every book on there.
This is so cool. Now, don't forget, over at the Up in Town Library, there's a copy waiting on you.
Yeah.
and you can share it with other people. And we have now got to close. Glenn, I'm expecting to see you hopefully in fall
Oh.
with that Martha's Vineyard.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Yes,
Yeah.
we will. We are not going on any cruises till then, right? Or no, you are.
Well,
for,
I'm going next week.
for how long?
Just a week.
And that's your lady friend who got sick after one of them.
Hey, we're booked for a square dance cruise in next February in the Caribbean.
Whoa!
She and I. There's a group of about 20 of us going.
And nobody got sick.
Huh?
Nobody got sick. Nobody got
We
sick on
haven't
that.
gone. I'm saying we are going.
You are going, yeah,
In a year from now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I hope you don't get sick.
Oh, I won't get sick.
Now, you won't. She might too. Oh my goodness.
No.
Again, we're going to have Glenn Ickler back again. He's our resident whodunit, and boy, can he
Yeah.
write a whodunit. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, thank you.
Always a joy. Take care.
Riding on a shooting star, heading out toward a dream. Tomorrow's even closer than it seems.